And welcome to Lena's Needle Crafts, and my name's Lena Baker. And I'm going to show you how to make this cloche hat. I call it my spring hat. I'm wearing it, as you can see, and I just love this design. I made the design up, and it's just a one pattern design, and it's very simple and easy to do. And I'll try and teach it to you as simple and as easy as I can. And it's made up of just a few stitches, the magic ring, single crochet, double crochet, slip stitch, and front and back posts. Now if you're a newbie and you don't know how to do these stitches, check out my other two tutorials because I have explained each one of these stitches in details. But I will be showing them to you in demonstration purposes, but they'll be pretty fast as I go along, okay? And you know, this pattern is a nice project. It's a small project, and you can wear it with pride and give it as gifts, and it's just a really great design. Okay, so Easter's just around the corner, so let's get started. Bye-bye. Today I'm going to show you how to make this hat with a little flower. It's a spring hat. It's white, and it's just one stitch all along here, and then a front and back post kind of fall rib. It's crocheted, and I just love it. You see, you just start in circles in the back, work your way around. It's a real simple pattern. First we're going to do a magic ring. So let's go ahead and go like this, your little X, and you go into the top, bring it through, and then stitch. Get the thread picked up, and we'll do a little stitch. Now do 8 single crochet in your magic ring, and so let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and pull your magic ring and tighten it, and then do a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Now we're going to do a pattern, and it's one single crochet and one double crochet, and that's called kind of a kernel pattern, K-E-R-N-E-L, like corn. So you kind of like chain one and then go in your stitch, go through, and there's your single crochet, and then do a double crochet. And you do that in all 8 stitches around. Single crochet, and then a double crochet. Single crochet, and a double crochet. And I'll meet you back at the beginning of the next row. Okay, and you can see where that comes up on that stitch, so you don't do that stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so you have 8. Slip stitch. See? Pull this tighter. Now in the next row we're going to put single and double crochet the pattern, the kernel pattern, into each stitch around. Since there's 2 stitches for the pattern, that'll make it 16 stitches total. Chain 1, go up in the chain, single crochet, here's your double crochet, and this next stitch, and go up. When you're doing a round, you usually double the next row, the number of stitches, to make it lay flat. That's kind of a rule of thumb. And let's do a single crochet. So I'll meet you at the beginning when we're done. In the next row, which is row number 4, you just put a pattern stitch into each pattern stitch. And you put it in the first single crochet, kind of like just before the single crochet. Remember we talked about a P-shaped? Go ahead and work in that pattern, put it right there. So just where you slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet, and then double crochet. And your second stitch is going to go right there, just before the single crochet. So, chain 1, single crochet. Okay? Just before. See, and you go over to the next pattern. It gets confusing. You may have to try it a couple times. But go over to the single crochet on the next kernel stitch. Single and then a double in the same stitch. And just go over into the next. So in essence, you're skipping a stitch each time. Once you get started here, you just skip a stitch. And you're going into the next one, so you skip that stitch. You go right in here. Single and a double. We'll see you back around when we're done. Now on the 5th row, we increase every 4th stitch, which is it's 16 to 20 stitches. You'll have 20 stitches when you finish. Since you have 16 on this row, you'll have every 4th stitch will be 20 stitches then when you're done. And then I'm going to give you instructions on how to finish it with increases. There's 1 or 2 more increases, and then you'll be just using the kernel pattern stitch, 1 in each stitch after that. So I'll be showing you that. But there's 1, and then you skip 1, and just before you get to the single crochet, here's 2, 3, and you increase the pattern stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, and so here's the 4th. Do the 4th stitch. And then to increase, you just do it in the next stitch. And then just say to yourself, I'm starting all over again. So you go in there. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. See, I did that. I made the mistake and went to the wrong one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Because it's a pattern stitch. And then there's your 4th one right here. And then we increase. You go in the next stitch, and that's your increase. And then just say to yourself, I'm starting all over again. So go before the single crochet right there, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do this all the way around, and then I'm going to show you on the next row. It's the show you on the next row. It's the 6th row. You're going to have 25 stitches. Every 5th one you increase. So increase every 5th stitch. And then the next row, the 7th row, you increase every 5th stitch. And the 8th row, every 5th stitch. And then the 9th through the 17, you just do 1 stitch, 1 pattern stitch and 1 pattern stitch. You don't increase at all. And then you'll be on after the 17th, after the 16th row, or 17th, I forget, 17th, then we'll get ready to do our brim. Okay? So there's the pattern instructions, and let's get started and get it finished, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. Thank you. Now to the 17th row, you want to try it on, see how it fits. Try it on your head. fits about right there. This is the 18th row on this one. And usually 18 rows make a nice adult size women's medium hat. And this one's just a little bit bigger than this one, because I have a smaller head. So I have to do a little smaller size. So, you know, it just depends on how you crochet and how, you know, but try it on. And this should fit an average head. Okay, well, this is 18 rows. And then what I do is I do single or double crochet, and I increase every third stitch around. So let's go ahead, just increase every third stitch on a double crochet. So let me get this out of the way. I just go up one stitch, I go in, I bring it up. Well, I go up one stitch, I loop, go in, and just do a double crochet. One, and every third stitch. Whoops, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And we don't increase it every third stitch. So you put an increase in there, which is another double crochet. Okay, do that all the way around. As you can see, your hat bows a little bit from the center. It's a little bit flat, and then it goes straight as you put each stitch in each one. That's a nice design. See that? Okay, let's go ahead and do this row. Then I'll show you how to do the front and back. Now, if you could get the end, I doubled it right there. And you've got just one. That's okay. Don't, you know, if you miss a stitch or two, don't sweat it. So we'll just put one in there. And, you know, we'll slip stitch it. Now, as far as the over and under, which we're going to do, the front post and back post, these need to be even number of stitches. So if you want to count them, you can, or if you get near the end, you eliminate one of the stitches just to make it even. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with the front post. So you chain 1, you go around and you go under to the back of it, bring it through. See that? And you pull it up and you double crochet. Now we're going to do a back post. You go to the back of it, under, like that. Bring your stitch up and go like that. Another front post, under, bring your stitch through. See? Now go on a back post. You go in the back, go under the stitch, bring it up, and you do that all the way around. Okay, I'll see you when we're done. As you can see, we've done 2 rows. Well, we did 1 row of single crochet and then 1 row of front and back. But it makes the first row textured that you did the single crochet. And you know, we're going to do 3 rows total, unless you like that. You can try it on and see if you like it. But if you want to do a third row, you know, a second row of the front and back, go ahead. And we're going to do it on this one. And then we'll tie her off. So there's a chain 1. I'll do a double crochet under that. It's a front row, and then double, and then do back. You go in between the 2 spaces on each side. You go under, bring it through, pull it up a little bit, and then you do a double crochet. Do a front one again. Go under the front. Bring it up to double crochet and back. Go between the 2 rows, the 2 spaces, not the chain part, but underneath the 2 big spaces. Okay, we just got a couple more to do, and yay, you did it! So let's go behind. And then in front. And behind. And then slip stitch. Let's cut her off. Bring it through. Anyway, there we have it. And you can do a flower on it or whatever you want. And yay, you did it! And if you like my video, please subscribe to me. And there you go. And it's all different colors.